You know what? I think it was more of a, actually last season, to be honest with you. Went out and played Forest Hills and took one on the chin. Good ball club, Forest
Sure.
Hills, but the way they beat us, that wasn't us. And I never used the word quit, but it just wasn't our best effort. And I think the week between there and the Tyrone game, we had to make a decision whether we wanted to pack it in or we were going to sit together as a team. And we went out and we played a great game against Tyrone. Very easy could have won that game. Undermanned and down some guys, played a great playoff game against Clearfield. I think that sprung us into the offseason. We didn't end on a sour note. And these guys are just hungry. They were hungry to take over. They were hungry to lead the way they wanted to lead. And, we have the experience coming back. And, we've had some guys come back from injuries and reemerge. And, I think that vaulted us into our offseason program because we kind of, even though we had lost 2 games, it was more of a high note because we had recovered. We'd come back and we didn't pack it in.
What about this team has you the most excited to be a coach for?
I think the biggest thing is there's the experience. You know what I mean? You get kind of spoiled when you have guys that, when you look in their face, understand really what you're saying, and you can expand off of that. When we get into the huddle and offense, you don't have a sophomore kid playing in a tough league. I mean, this league has, Matt Schaefer is a phenomenal quarterback. Even he struggled a bit as a sophomore. You know what I mean? Looking at a kid who's been poised, I can't replicate in the game for Jeremy Updike what we were able to do over the course of 12 games last year. So, looking at the guys like that, being able to do the little things, the little nuances of our offense with the Green Gibsons and the Willie Robinsons and the Kevin Brandons and a slew of other receivers we have, and I have my whole backfield back. We're able to go talk about this, and they know we can build off of that instead of reinventing the wheel. After Javon graduated, we had a quarterback for 1 game, then we had a little wildcat quarterback, and he blew his knee out. So we've been kind of like, getting away from who we are, and now that we're back and we have a solid core, we can get back to the kind of football we want to play instead of kind of week in and week out trying to piece something together that works.
Who are you?
What's that?
Who is Johnstown?
Explosive. We're an explosive team, multiple formations, multiple sets, that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense. And on defense, we're an attacking defense, and that's something that we had to got away from, and we're going to get back into that, and it's speed, on both sides of the ball. And the kids have worked hard to get that, and it's a grasping the concepts, too, of getting our guys into space. And I think that's what you're going to see, an explosive team that puts some points on the board.
Maybe I'm reading too much into this. Maybe I'm trying to connect dots that don't exist, but obviously, I mean, there's so much negativity about the city of Johnstown over the course of the last couple years. Do these kids maybe feel a chip on their shoulder to go out there and do something good for the city's high school to kind of give it some good publicity?
They do, and I'll tell you, we've been talking about this all summer, and you're definitely not reading too much into it. When things are going well, football-wise here at Johnstown, the people in Johnstown walk a little taller. I mean, it's a buzz that you can't match. And I'm not slighting any other sports or any other programs or any kind of success, but when we're doing well, and I've told these guys, I've lived through it several times as an assistant and as a coach, there's a different kind of buzz. And we always say maybe we don't have the biggest houses and the best cars, you know what I mean? We're proud of our community, we're proud of the bond that we have, but they always have the Trojans, you know what I mean? And I think that these kids having a strong season could lift us and give us something different to talk about and start those positive vibes. There's a lot of people in this community doing a lot of things to try to make things positive, you know what I mean? We do have some bad things going on, but football season can start. I want people in the streets talking about these Johnstown kids and say, wow, look how they're out there competing, and they can handle the burden. I mean, these kids have my ultimate respect on every day because of the way they live their lives and the obstacles they've overcome, and the fact that they choose to come here every day 3-4 days a week and work out when they could do a million other things with some of the stuff that's going on out there in the streets. They make the choice to say, I'm going to come over here in the summer in 90 degrees on a field that's 115 degrees, and I'm going to work and do what you ask. So that's why they've always had my respect, and it's always been so easy to come work and put the amount of time in because of the kids and the sacrifices they make when they, more than anybody, have other choices they could be making.